Stop number 4 on the Castrol GTX Cup Series brings us to the Atlanta Motor Speedway. As we're here today for the running of the Bass Pro Shops 500. As so far we've had a great season, started the season so far after 3 stops here. Had a great race great race at Las Vegas. Last stop on the tour with Charles Sanford taking the victory in that race. So today we are here at Atlanta for the 4th stop of the year, and going to be a great race for 50 laps of action here today. 1 of 2 stops we'll have here. We'll be here after we'll be here again after the 2nd stop of the season at Richmond for the Napa Know-How 500. So, but this is the Bass Pro Shops 500, the 1st stop of the season here, and this is yeah. So let's get the starting line for today's running of the event. On the pole in car number 9, the Coors Melling Ford, it's Jessica Shelton, who's on the pole for the race. I think it's her 2nd pole in a row. No, actually. No, it's her 1st of the season. Her 1st pole of the season, excuse me. She's in the Coors Motorcraft Ford, car number 9. She's one of 3 in-car cameras in today's event as well. Here, her pole speed, 187 miles per hour. Alongside of her will be Kyle Matthews, car number 29, the Hardee's Oldsmobile. He's on the front. He's won the pole of the last stop on the tour at Las Vegas. And both have yet to win a race this season. Row 2 has Jonathan Zorlin, car 88, the Gatorade Buick, and alongside of him will be car 16, the Halpern Chevrolet of Jordan Lopez. Row number 3 has Charles Sanford in car 30, the Country Time Pontiac. Beside him will be car 83, the Daytona 500 champion, Emmanuel Hartnett, who wins Kmart Oldsmobile, car number 83. Sanford was the winner at the race at Las Vegas. Row 4 has Zed Weinstein, car 70, the Ruppel Furniture AC Spark Plugs Buick, car number 7, or Pontiac, excuse me, car number 70. Beside him will be car 7, the Xerox Antifreeze Ford of Cat Tellier. 5th row has Ryan Kazee, car 12, the Budweiser Chevrolet for Junior Johnson Racing. Beside him will be car 52, Seth Cole in the Folgers Chevrolet. He's on the outside. 6th row has the defending season champion Trent Dunham in car number 1, the Bullseye Barbecue Sauce Chevrolet. Beside him would be car 43, Joshua Card, STP Pontiac. Next row down has Kev Shearer in the number 71 Buckstove Oldsmobile. Beside him would be car number 6, Michael Whitman, the Strolight Ford. Next row down has Joshua Zuccoli in car 47, the Race Hill Farms Buick. And Keith Batson in car 28, the Texaco Haviland Ford. You remember he won the last time he was here at Atlanta, which broke the losing streak of 4 seasons. Next row down has car number 11, the Budweiser Chevrolet of Zach Winkle. He's the other car for Junior Johnson. Flanking him outside would be Ryan George in car 17, the Tide Chevrolet. Excuse me. Next row down has Alexander Rowe in the Valvoline Oldsmobile, car 51, and beside him will be car 22, the Miller High Life Buick of Dylan Poteet. Next row down has Jason Haywood in car 15, the Motorcraft Ford. Beside him will be car 14, Tony Newman in the Copenhagen Oldsmobile. Next row down has Becca Tellier in car 21, the Warner Hodgson Ford. Beside her will be car number 75, the Valvoline Pontiac of Max Anderson. Next row down has Ryan Winters in car 90, the Red Baron Frozen Pizza Ford, and car 35, Johnny Gardner in the Folgers Decaf Chevrolet. Next row down has car 33, the Skull Bandit Buick of Zachary Fitzwater, and Quentin Moore in car 26, the Quaker State Buick. Both of them are in Buicks, by the way, and both are green. Next row down has Mike Becker in car 42, the STP Buick, and beside him will be car number 3, the GM Goodwrench Chevrolet of Cole Deaver. He's on the outside. He's one of the home, and he's racing at his home track as well here at Atlanta, or I should say, well, one of his home tracks. Let's put it that way. Next row down has Dylan Young in the Kroger Pepsi Chevrolet, car number 2, and beside him will be Paul Minnick in 44, the Piedmont Airlines Chevrolet. Then it's Phil Parker, car 5, the Levi Garrett Chevrolet on the inside. Beside him on the outside will be Patrick Smith in the Miller American Buick, car number 8. Next row down has William Brock in car number 4, the Kodak Film Oldsmobile, and car 74, the Superior Piping Nelson Contracting Chevrolet of Chelsea Bowles. And here goes the command to fire the engines here at Atlanta.
Drivers, start your engine!
Kind of like those little kids, doing the command to fire them up, don't you? All right, next row down has the CTE Ford of Jesse Turner. He'll be on the inside of the next row down, and beside him will be Joshua Osborne in car number 25, the Folgers Chevrolet. And starting shotgun will be car 27, the Kodiak Pontiac of Kyle Langland, and the 55 Copenhagen Chevrolet of Ashlyn Boyd. And there's problems with Max Anderson's car. His car apparently would not start. The 75 Valvoline Pontiac is sitting on pit road. So that's why the starting field is going to get bunched up a little bit on pit road. So Max Anderson's car problems with the 75 machine, and we may determine what the problem was. But oh my goodness, that has got to be a heartbreaker for Max Anderson in the 75 machine out of Raymont Racing. But anyway, the in-car camera cars we mentioned, Jessica Shelton, Kyle Matthews, and Charles Sanford will be carrying our in-car cameras in today's event. They all start in the top 5. Shelton has had bad luck at Atlanta before, but we'll see if her luck at Atlanta turns around. And she has won on this track before, as a matter of fact, this configuration as well, in the Dr. Pepper Cup Series. The green flag waves, and we're underway in the Bass Pro Shops 500. Shelton off to an excellent start in the number 9 car. Zorlin goes to second position. Kyle Matthews kind of got a bad start a little bit in the 29 machine. Here comes Zorlin to the inside. He's got the push from Charles Sanford as he goes to the inside. Sanford looks to the inside as you're on board with him in car number 30. Zorlin leads the first lap of the race in car number 88. The first lap at 169 miles per hour. Sanford now goes inside. He'll take the number 1 position in the Country Time Pontiac, and that's where we left them at the last top race on the tour at Las Vegas. Weinstein to second position. Here comes Kat Tellier in car number 7 to the inside for the second position, I should say. And the Daytona 500 champion, Emmanuel Hartnett. He's off to a hot start this season in car 83. Won the Daytona 500, and he also finished second at Las Vegas, the last stop on the tour. Tight traffic out of turn number 2 here. Trent Dunham moves his way through the field now, along with Ryan Kazib, Joshua Sekuli, Kev Shearer in the 71 car. As he goes inside as the inside lane, moving very, very well. On board Jessica Shelton's car, she runs in 11th position, dropping back for her pole sitting starting position. And look at that tachometer right there, nearing about 8,700 RPMs there as it goes to the third and fourth turns and dips down to about maybe 8,300. And I see 8,500, about maybe 8,500 in turn number 1. This track here often considered an engine builder's nightmare. Let's see what she does in the draft. About 8,600 RPMs, about something like that around in that range. And they play that rhythm for about all race long, and that's what makes it hard on these engines. Charles Sanford cut up the middle now in the 30 machine. That is not obviously where you want to be. It's kind of like the monkey in the middle per se as they go down off the second turn here, and let's see what Sanford view looks like. And that's what it's like to be in the middle of the track like Atlanta. Kev Shearer about throwing the block on him as he goes up to number 4 as he's now along between Kev Shearer and Ryan Winters in the 90 car. And in the third turn now, the last lap led by Alexander Rowe in the 51 car as Jason Haywood now goes to the lead in the 15 machine. Jason Haywood, the Motorcraft Ford Thunderbird 1985 model he's driving. And here comes an 82 Thunderbird to the inside lane. That's another KAP Enterprises car. It's Becca Tellier, in 21, the Warner Hodgson Ford. That's the Neil Bonnet course from 1982. And she'll lead that lap as they go to turn number 1. Here comes Poteet 3 wide. He's going to make a 3 wide for the lead position as he's being pushed by Mike Becker in 42 and Dylan Young in the 2 machine. The man out of Florida tight coming out of the second turn. They almost touch, and Poteet takes the lead of the race here. And oh my gosh, that was really close. Contact between Charles Sanford and Becca Tellier as they go down into turn number 3. And oh god, who led that lap between those two Buicks? And they gave it to Mike Becker by just a smidgen. What was the margin? 1/1000th that last time by. Oh my gosh. Dylan Young in car 2. Now he'll take the number 1 position now. And they have credited Max Anderson in the 75 car as a DNS. A did not start, so tough break for the 75 Valvoline team. Apparently some last-minute repairs that were done all wrong on that machine, and they have pushed that car back to the garage area. Bill Parker led the last time by, but now here comes William Brock in the number 4 machine. And here comes the home native of Georgia. That's Cole Deaver. Deaver has admitted. Deaver actually, you would think him being from Georgia is actually would consider Atlanta his home track. Actually, he does not consider Atlanta his home track, even though he is from Georgia. He is actually more closer to the Daytona International Speedway, where we hold the Daytona 500 and the Pepsi 400 both, as Deaver now goes to the number 1 position in the GM Goodwrench Chevrolet. But he does consider Daytona his home track, though, even though he said he's more from along the Georgia-Florida line. So that's why he's considers Daytona his home track, not Atlanta, even though he's from the state of Georgia. So, strange and useless facts right here from yours truly, but anyway. Michael Whitman goes to the lead position, and look at that three wide racing right there in this bunch of cars there. And Charles Sanford, Mike Becker, Ryan Winters, Zach Winkle, all caught in this mix of cars here. As this train on the inside being led by Quentin Moore. Him and Zachary Fitzwater. Now Fitzwater goes inside for the lead position as Quentin Moore had to lead briefly. Patrick Smith, Johnny Gardner, Zorlin, Kat Tellier, Zed Weinstein, Chelsea Bowles, Keith Batson, all in this mix of cars. Last time by being led by Fitzwater in the number 33 machine, but here comes Johnny Gardner, car 35. He has not won a race in a long time in this series. Hoping today could be the day for the number 35 Folgers team. That's the 1987 Benny Parsons scheme he's driving. Zorlin to the inside, car 88. Kat Tellier in this mix here, there's 70. Zed Weinstein, the native of Arizona. Chelsea Bowles in her 74 car, that's the Bobby Wowat car she's driving. And right behind her, the Davey Allison car of number 28, Keith Batson, the pride of the state of Maine. Had a winless streak of about 4 seasons coming into the second Atlanta stop of the season last season for the Napa Know-How 500, and Batson went on to win the event title. And not only did he go on to win that race, but he also won Phoenix as well. So Batson basically broke the bank as far as wins last year for him, and he hopes this season will be the same, but a little bit better. On board another time with Charles Sanford. Oh my gosh. Please do not let anybody make a mistake. Last time by for Sanford, 189 miles an hour. Keith Batson led the last time by. They're averaging almost 190 miles per hour. Oh my gosh. This makes me nervous. Sanford is now caught in the middle. Jessica Shelton making her way back through the field in the number 9. Joshua Osborne, we haven't talked about him at all today in the 25 car. In fact, we haven't talked about him as much this season. But there he is in the Tim Richmond colors. He's up in the top 5 position now as Osborne tries to push Shelton. And he'll push her by her buddy Seth Cole in the 52 car. And Shelton will take the lead. We all know about her luck at Atlanta, as we said before. She has won this configuration before, as we mentioned in the Dr. Pepper Cup Series. That's the series Kyle Matthews runs, and hasn't for a while, but obviously the time allotted, obviously. But anyway, and speaking of Kyle Matthews, he is right in this mix too. In the 29 car, he'll go to the number 1. Listen to me. Screw it. He's now trying to go for the number 3 position because inside Jordan Lopez in the 16 car, and that's going to let Shelton pull away just a little bit. And now you're on board Jessica Shelton's car. She's got Kyle Matthews pushing her in the 29 car. Now Matthews goes to the inside lane. Shelton led the lap. Here comes Matthews to the inside. You're riding with him as he takes the lead. In the 29, Hardy's ultimate, an 87 ultimately he's driving. Shelton in an 88 Ford. Last lap by for Matthews, 192 miles per hour, this time by 190.94. What racing we're seeing here at the Atlanta Motor Speedway. Kyle Matthews leads. Second is Joshua Sakuli. Trent Dunham trying to go for third inside of Shelton. And there comes Sakuli for the lead, the winner last season at Richmond. And the Hart and the Folgers cars right there together, identically prepared and identically painted. Both out of Hendrick Motorsports, Joshua Osborne and Seth Cole, the president of the NNSCRA. Seth Cole's car, a 1987 Chevrolet. Osborne is the Chevrolet in 86. That's about the only way you can tell these two cars apart, though. They're both out of Hendrick Motorsports and both identically painted and prepared, but of course the numbers are reversed. This is what they are, obviously. Seth Cole's car has an alliance with his own team, NNSCRA Motorsports. And now Osborne 3 wide for third spot as he goes inside of Sakuli and Matthews both. And now here comes Jason Haywood in 15 as he puts his Ford behind Trent Dunham in the 1 car. Trent leads the lap. And you remember Trent won the championship last season by quietly running up there in the points all season long. And then when he needed to, won the race at the right time, the very last of the season at Homestead Miami Speedway, which ultimately gave him the championship despite winning just only 1 race. And in fact, he almost pulled it up by winning no races at all. And that would have been an uproar over this series, as a matter of fact. And here comes Haywood. Jason Haywood to the inside lane. Trent Dunham's won many, many times in our competition. Jason Haywood, none. He can make amends for that right now. Meantime, Seth Cole begins to roll to the inside of his buddy Trent Dunham. And now Alexander Rowe in the 51 car moves his way in the 4th position. William Brock in the 4 car. 26, Quentin Moore in the Quaker State Buick. Paul Minnick to the inside lane. There's Dylan Poteet, the one of the all-time leaders in wins in the Castrol GTX Cup Series. In fact, the first ever season champion of this series. One of the 2 from Kentucky in this field. In fact, he goes by fellow Kentuckian Joshua Osborne in 25. Poteet driving an 83 Buick. On board Charles Samper's car. Running right behind the 5 car of Phil Parker. And talking about Phil Parker, he has not had a very good start to the season in his rookie campaign. Comes in this race dead last in the points, and he would like to get a real good run to kickstart his season. And to the lead goes car number 4, William Brock, the Kodak Oldsmobile. As he'll take the lead here, Quentin Moore tried to make a run for it, but he's now caught in the high side. Paul Minnick in the 44 car goes through the mix now. And there comes Poteet, Parker, Sanford, Zorlin, Ryan George, who won it down at Rockingham. Or actually won up in Rockingham this season. Three wide racing still going on. Here comes Phil Parker to the inside in car number 5 to the inside of one of the veterans, Dylan Poteet. He's got his buddy Charles Sanford behind him in the number 30 car. Zorlin in the 88 car to Gatorade Buick. Ryan George, car 17. He's in this mix now. Phil Parker leads his first lap of the race. Still plenty of racing left to go. It'll be down to 17 laps to go this time by. Becca Tellier, car 21, one of the KEB cars. That consists of her, Kat Tellier, Jason Haywood, and of course the leader of that team, Keith Batson. And Sanford takes the lead. And oh, we got problems with the 88 car. And that held everybody up. What happened to Zorlin? And he is slowing big time. Zorlin's got big time problems. And apparently I think he's blown up. And he is stalled on the racetrack. Oh, it's Jonathan Zorlin, who had an excellent run going on. Oh gosh, you got to feel for him for sure. And that has split the field up. Charles Sanford now goes to the lead. Second goes Phil Parker, Poteet, then Minnick, then Quentin Moore, then Jason Haywood, and Ryan George goes 7th. And now Tony Newman in 14. Jordan Lopez in the 16 car. He's made it through safely. Cole Deaver, he's okay. Becca Tellier. Yep, they've all made it through. William Brock, Alexander Rowe, and now here comes Johnny Gardner and Jessica Shelton hooking up. Trying to make their way to the lead. On board Jessica Shelton's car. Right there behind Johnny Gardner, trying to get by the 3 of Cole Deaver. Off turn number 2, see how fast she goes into turn number 1 here. 187 miles an hour, 88, 89, 190 miles an hour to turn number 1. And down about 178 miles an hour to the middle of 1 and 2. And now she's up on the outside trying to... And she doesn't know who she wants to help. Ryan George or Johnny Gardner. She don't know who to go with. Now she gets pushed up to the high side now. Tony Newman goes inside. Off turn number 4, 187 miles an hour. Inside of Ryan George again. The last time by 188.75 miles an hour. And now close up on Johnny Gardner another time. Jordan Lopez leading that pack of cars there. He's in 7th position. Shelton Inside of Johnny Gardner for 8th. Meantime, back up front, Charles Sanford looking for his 2nd win in a row in this series. He won at Las Vegas, the last mile-and-a-half track we were at on the tour. And I tell you what, this car runs this good on the mile-and-a-half tracks at Vegas and Atlanta. You might want to bet though he'll take this car over to the next 2 stops in the tour, which will be at Darlington. Which the next stop will be at Darlington, and the next one after that will be at Texas Motor Speedway. But Paul Minnick trying to close right in there to see what the interval is this time by. It was 2,400s the last time by. And it's probably going to balloon just a little bit. Nope, it's still 2,400s between Sanford and Minnick. But the thing to better remember, though, they keep swapping positions like this back and forth, though. That's going to slow the pack of cars down, and Sanford's going to pull away. And the next lap car ahead of Sanford is actually a half a lap behind. Actually, half a lap ahead, excuse me. Jason Haywood, though, he's going to try to close up in that 15 machine. Rear bumper cam, Charles Sanford's car. There's the second pack right there, being led by Jessica Shelton and Johnny Gardner. Interval closing up. It's 1800ths of a second now. Sanford leads. 2nd is Haywood. 3rd is Quentin Moore. 4th is Phil Parker. 5th is Dylan Poteet. 6th right now is Paul Minnick. If they can stay in single file formation, though, they can catch Sanford. 6 laps to go. Been caution-free so far. And it's 1400 of a second now. Phil Parker goes outside. Loses a few positions now. That's the view from Jessica Shelton's car. She's closing up on Parker. She should be less than a second back of the 5 machine, and they keep this up though. It may go from a 6-car race to a many car race. Let's put it that way. And she's now close up the 9100s of a second behind the 5. Her and Johnny Gardner trying to tandem draft up to the field right now. Start-finish line now. 4 laps to go. Jason Haywood closing right up now. Haywood in the Ford. Sanford in the Pontiac. And now you might want to throw Buick into this mix here. Dylan Poteet closing up. Poteet to the inside lane on Jason Haywood. He's trying to shove Haywood up to the field now. Poteet looks at the inside lane. Nothing doing now. 3 laps to go. And here comes Poteet. He and Phil Parker getting the draft. This time by becoming down for 2 laps to go. Phil Parker now decides to move to the inside lane. And I tell you what, they're starting. If they start this back up, though, Sanford could be in good shape. Two laps to go now. Give me the white flag this time by. Car number 30, Charles Sanford, a Country Time Pontiac. He won the last stop at Las Vegas. And could be on his way to 2 in a row here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Off the 4th corner now. The white flag will wave over Charles Sanford. He has 1 lap to go in the race. And here comes Paul Minnick for the number 2 position now. on Phil Parker, and Jason Haywood's going to try to make a 3 wide. In fact, he does make a 3 wide. Oh, Parker and Minnick takes about. Oh my gosh! I thought Minnick was going to drive up and stuff Phil Parker in the wall. I thought, but into the third turn they go now. Quentin Moore goes for second on Jason Haywood, but none of that's going to matter. Charles Stanford's going to go 2 in a row. He wins the Bass Pro Shops 500 here in Atlanta. Charles Stanford, car number 30, the Country Time Punic. You're on board with him on the cool-down lap here as he goes 2 in a row to win here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. He dominated the last stages of the race at Las Vegas. He didn't quite dominate Atlanta, though, but he was up there in front at the right time. Second place will go to Quentin Moore. Third to Jason Haywood. Jessica Shelton breaks her Atlanta jinx. She finishes in 4th. 5th will go to Dylan Poteet. Paul Minnick 6th. 7th will go to Johnny Gardner. 8th place will go to Ryan George. Ryan Winters 9th. And Phil Parker fell all the way down to 10th after that skirmish that he and Paul Minnick got into coming off turn number 2. And like I said, I thought Minnick was going to stuff Parker in the wall coming out of the second turn. I honestly thought that was going to happen. But nonetheless, Charles Stanford, I tell you what, something tells me he's going to bring that car to Darlington in Texas if this keeps up. There, because that car's got an excellent 1.5 mile setup. So that's your finishing order from Atlanta. The top 10. Rest of the finishing order. Kat Tellier finishes 11th. Dylan Young, a great finishing in 12th. Jordan Lopez 13th. William Brock 14th. 15th to Kev Shearer. Joshua Coward 16th. Zach Winkle 17th. Tony Newman 18th. Cole Deaver dropped to 19th. You knew he wanted to have a better day for his hometown fans here, home state fans, I should say, here in Atlanta. Excuse me. And Mike Becker ends up finishing in 20th position. The rest of the finishing order, Seth Cole, 21st. 22nd to Patrick Smith. Becca Tellier, 23rd. Kyle Matthews dropped to 24th. A bad day for him, by his standards, I should say. Going on rest of the order here. Joshua Sakuli, 25th. Another Joshua Osborne, 26th. Alexander Rowe, 27th. Zed Weinstein, Zachary Fitzwater, Emmanuel Hartnett, the top 30. Then Michael Whitman, Trent Dunham, Ashlyn Boyd, Jesse Turner, Keith Batson, a bad day for him in 35th. Kyle Langland, Ryan Kazee, Chelsea Bowles, and Jonathan Zorlin ends up finishing in 39th position with a camshaft problem on that machine. And technically dead last would be the did not start of Max Anderson. So it was a camshaft problem that knocked Jonathan Zorlin out and a tough break for him, too, because he had an excellent day going on in that number 88 machine. So 4 races are in the books in the Castrol GTX Cup Series season 18. This season is going full steam ahead here for season 18. And congratulations to Charles Stanford, his second win in a row on the season. A great start for him en route to maybe winning his second championship in this series. If you like what you see here, be sure to subscribe to the NNSCRA Sports and Gaming channel. You'll find everything on this channel here a lot of NR races, gaming videos, and a lot of the other stuff too. And be sure to check out Seth Cole's series as well here. Be sure to check out his Tech Slayer Truck series. His Tech Slayer Truck series, his Pizza Hut X series, and of course the ultimate of this series, the NNSCRA Hershey's Cup. So be sure to check those series out, and I'll assure you, his races are a whole heck of a lot better than mine are. So anyway, that being said here, next race on the tour will be at Darlington, South Carolina for the Dodge Challenger 500. And for now, this is James Qualson from production into the NNSCRA, offline racing at its best.